Hi besties, welcome back to my channel. I know it's been a long time, but I may be back. I think your girl's back. Today, we're not only going to talk about my January hopefuls TBR, but also my 2026 bookish and lifestyle goals. We will first start with the bookish/lifestyle goals, and then we'll work our way to the TBR list. My main lifestyle goals this year will be to let things go. I have a really hard time holding on to things, so utilizing my journal, utilizing my planner this year heavily will be so beneficial for me to take everything off of my mental load and put it out so that way it's somewhere I can easily grasp and not just heavily sitting in me and my brain and feeling very overwhelmed and full up here, if that makes sense. So I feel like that will be super helpful. I will also be utilizing my planner for time management because I do, but I don't. When I'm on top of things and I remember all the things that I need to do, I'm on top of it. But when everything gets too full and I feel overwhelmed, I start to fall apart. And that's when my time management goes out the window and I'm behind and messed up with things. So that is another reason why we're going to heavily utilize the planner. I did have a planner last year, but I was very on and off with it. I wasn't as consistent with it. So this year I got a planner that will be super helpful, and it's not a scary planner. It's one that I thoroughly chose that is going to work with my day-to-day life. So my old planner from last year is going to be my commonplace journal. I started using it as a journal the past several months and just writing in it, whatever in it, and just dumping things out. So that's what she's going to be used for, continuing on until she's full. She's got like random sketches in it. She's fine. She's being used, and that's the point. So I have so many hobbies that I really enjoy on top of reading that I want to prioritize this year as well, but also make it fun. I don't want to feel like I have to do everything. Sometimes, like the past month or so, I felt very overwhelmed with everything I wanted to do. I want to move my body more this year. Moving forward, we're going to try to take care of it better for just overall health. This year, we're going to prioritize movement for as much as we can, as often as we can daily. Even if it's 30 minutes of walking on a walking pad, that's still better than nothing. So that's my mindset as well going into this year, is 1% better. Do something that's better than nothing because it'll be beneficial in the long run. Most of my life, I've always had like an all in or nothing mindset. So all or nothing mindset is out the window. Prioritizing a little bit of better eating is definitely something I need to do, again, just for overall health, because I can't keep feeling shitty after eating something. So I'm just trying to do one step better, be one step better than before. I want to heavily practice that mind shift because granted, I'm just a depressed girly, but I don't need to partake in making myself feel down about things I can't control. So I'm going to control what I control and just be 1% better. Not to sound like a broken record, but that's the goal. That's the plan. Bookish wise, we're going to read for fun. I have been stressing. It's only day 2 of January and I'm not even done with the Game of Thrones. I started that like 3 days ago. Granted, the holiday season came up, so I was super busy with not only that, but work was really busy closing out the month. So using my audiobook or e-read, I didn't have time, and I was just so tired by the time I got home. So, you know, life got me there, and we're still not done with the book. I have been stressing out about it. As I said, it's for fun. It's a hobby. I don't need to rush. There's no reason to rush into reading, and I need to keep that in mind. So another bookish goal of mine is to prioritize my physical TBR. I feel like that'll kind of mix up with the goals of wanting to read indie authors and wanting to read BIPOC authors. I do have both, I think, in this physical TBR, but probably not much. So I will be heavily utilizing audiobooks, e-readers for those. just to kind of lay off buying as much this year, but I really don't buy a lot. And the majority of the books that I've bought have been for my birthday in April or during holiday season. So throughout the year, I really don't buy that much. It's just those two where I'm like, go all in, you know? And so I have this huge TBR that I need to get through for the majority of the year. So the plan is to get through a good amount until my birthday, because I'm probably going to do another big haul for that. So, but I'm going to be intentional for all of the e-arcs and ebooks or audiobooks that I read for indie authors, BIPOC authors, debut novels for new authors. If I really enjoyed them, I can buy them as shelf trophies. That's the plan. The only other exception in between all that is series that I'm currently in that are unfinished, and the new book comes out like this year, whatever the case may be. That's the only option. And then throughout the year, you know, if I read an e-arc, ebook, audio, and I really, really enjoyed it, I'll buy it. I want to heavily utilize my library. I use Hoopla and Libby all the time, so we're going to definitely use that a lot. Yeah, I believe that's definitely more of the bookish goals that I have. And just to diversify my reading, I feel like the BIPOC authors that I read the past like 2 months really hit hard. So I feel like those are more resonating with me. I don't mind reading for the vibes, but I have learned that I want to be able to take something from what I'm reading, whether it's like emotional, even though most of them are like more emotional for me. I feel like that is what I heavily lean towards for like to help me heal and whatever. So, but in anything, I just want to be a little more intentional with what I'm reading. With that, I have 26 books that I want to prioritize in 2026 that my book besties recommended to me. I do have a post about that on my TikTok and Instagram. I won't really get too much into those, but a lot of them are a variety of books. And so for those, I'm going to add them about 2 to 3 books a month through the year to my monthly hopeful/TBR list. So most of them I don't have physically, so utilizing the library is going to be a must. If I really enjoyed the books, I will buy them, obviously, but I'm going to read them first or listen to them first with e-reader audio and then go from there. But yeah, that's what I think will be super helpful on that end. But now onto my January hopefuls TBR list. Number 1 is obviously A Game of Thrones by George R.R. Martin. I don't know if I will get into book 2 yet. I have so many other books that I want to try to get into this month, but I also want to finish series back to back. So I will finish that first. Then I will go into Malice by John Gwynne, and then book 2 will be Valor. That is also on my TBR list for this month. I'm also in an e-arc for B.A. Paris, When I Kill You. That comes out next month. I'm barely in it. I don't really have any opinions on it. It's a thriller. That's all I know as of right now. I have Tourist Season by Bryn Reaver. I got the audiobook from Libby, so I will be listening to that hopefully. I added The Poison Season by Mara Rutherford. I bought that book a while ago. So, as I said, prioritizing physical TBR. Next is Where the Library Hides by Isabel Ibanez. I've read the first book of that duology last year or the year before. I think it was the year before. Don't remember. But now I have the second book and I want to close it out. Heartstrings by Ivy Fairbanks. I don't know if it's a duology. I think it's just a duology, but I read Morbidly Yours by Ivy Fairbanks last year and I really enjoyed it. So when I saw this next one come out, I got it. So we're going to listen to that one. Next is another thriller, The Bridesmaid by Kate Quinn. That recently came out. I really enjoyed The Clinic by her, and this one looks really good, so I'm excited to get to that one. We're finally going to get into Pretty Girls by Karen Slaughter. I have the audiobook for that as well. And The Drowning Tree by Carol Goodman. Last month, I read a Carol Goodman book. Mind you, I bought that book when I was in Delaware earlier, January of 25. Never thought anything about that book. Finally added it to December TBR because it was a winter thriller. Loved that book. Loved that book. It made me so emotional. So emotional. And so when I saw this book at my library, which our library does, you know, the little book sales. So I saw that there and I bought it and I was like, hell yeah. So I want to read it. And then we got 2 of my 26 books on this list. We got Atmosphere by Taylor Jenkins Reid. My book bestie Maritza reads. She recommended that one to me and I cannot wait to get into that one. A lot of my book besties really enjoyed that one. That is something I've never thought about reading. Another one is Plain Bad Heroines by Emily M. Danforth. My bestie Anna, she recommended that one, and so I added it to this month, and it looks intriguing. I'm excited for it. Next on the list is The Devil's Opera by A.R. Tapiro. I have heard a lot of amazing things about this book. It looks beautiful. I'm so excited to get into that book. I've already mentioned Malice and Valor from John Gwynne. I do want to catch up and get into King of Envy by Anna Huang. I have had that on my monthly TBRs for like 3 months now, and so I need to knock it out and just catch up and be at least done with what's out so far. Next is House of Hunger by Alexis Henderson. I don't know, it was just a cute short read and I want to really get into that one. Next would be Red Letter by Daniel G. Miller. I read The Orphanage by the Lake by Daniel G. Miller, and this is the second book in that. It's a duology, I believe. The other book, as I probably mentioned, is book 2, Clash of Kings by George R. Martin. I might try to read that in the middle of the month, I think, so we'll see. We'll see if I can get to that one this month. I'm not 100% sure. I do want to obviously finish that series back to back, but we have so many that I want to get through, and those books are just really thick. So one step at a time, and that's okay. For that one, I have an exception. She doesn't have to be finished right away. That's the goal. That's the list for this month. I'm really excited for these reads. I'm really excited for the 26 books because they are books that I have heard about, I have seen everywhere. A lot of great recommendations. I'm excited for them. And I'm excited to see where this year takes me. I'm hoping for good places. So, yeah. Thank you for watching, and I hope you guys have a great year, great week. I'll see y'all in the next video.